we fixed the scalper problems. If you want a 10th Ed launch box, you're going to be able to get one. Well, this weekend they launched a new Kill Team box, which is a really cool looking box. And it was gone in about 4 minutes. And they're like, and for years now they've been like, we fixed the scalper problem. I'm blinking at you.
Oh, blink, blink. Okay, so as we've seen with people who like to hoard wanted items and then sell them at a higher price.
Yes.
You have concert tickets, you have
Scalpers.
toilet paper, you have literally anything and everything you could imagine. So with Kill Team, so one, I have 2 questions.
Go.
How does that affect local game stores in getting allocations for these boxes?
I don't know. And so, so let's take the Kill Team box launch that they did this weekend. We'll be placing that order today. We're going to order a few boxes to try and get it. To a certain degree, I almost want to use this as a, hey guys, stop buying online, go to your local game store and buy it from us. Because here's the thing, that's how you can get around the scalpers, right? We will get an amount of the box. I don't know how much. We'll find out later this week. But we will get some. The biggest thing is for people who can't get to a local game store, who don't have access to that and have to order it from GW Online, they can't have access because jerky scalpers are going on there, sucking down all the copies, and then GW is saying, we fixed the problem, and they didn't. And the easiest way to fix the problem, which is what's frustrating everybody, which is they've done it before. If they just go, look, we're doing this from print to order, okay? We're gonna open the order window for 2 weeks, right? And if you order one, you will get it because we're doing this print to order. We will manufacture the number that we get orders for. The problem is that kills one of their best marketing tools, FOMO.
Okay.
Because now there's no FOMO, so there's no incentive to get there quickly and get it done and sell it out.
The fear of missing out is very much one of those ways to drive sales. Yes. Because you have that artificial competition. Yes. So, does FOMO work on you?
Me?
Yes.
It really depends. I mean, deadass, it really depends.
Okay.
Yeah, there's absolutely things where FOMO has worked on me.
Yeah.
Usually those have to do with experiences, though, right? Like, I can only get into this experience to see this concert, to see this comedian, to go to PAX, to go to a thing. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the only opportunity I'm going to have to do that. Therefore, there's my FOMO.
To go. Yes.
Do you experience FOMO with Warhammer ever?
No, I don't, but I know that people do.
You also have quite a few established armies, though, too.
Yes. Somebody in the chat said FOMO tricked them into buying a video game. Yeah, FOMO will get you. And here's the thing. And so now with
Animal Crossing,
with the Kill Team launch going so poorly, and obviously them not fixing the scalper thingy. The presumption is that the 10th edition launch box is going to be a limited run launch because that's what they typically do. And so if they do a limited run launch on the 10th edition launch box, hey, by the way, GW, we've noticed that you obviously didn't fix the scalper problem because this sold out in 30 seconds.
And we're finding them on eBay for triple the price.
And we're finding them on eBay for triple the price. So what are you going to do about the 10th ed launch? And the whole 10th ed launch is now that there's been a major rules leak, right? Because somebody got a hold of the book. Right. And so most of it's flying around Reddit and stuff, and it's been verified. But basically, it's somebody's got the book and they're taking pictures of the pages.
Phil showed me earlier, actually. That was quite an ordeal. So somebody got a hold of the book. So the question is could you have borked up this launch of 10th edition Warhammer any worse? And also, if you're going to have this problem that you had with the Kill Team box this weekend, with 10th ed coming up, how are your fans going to, how's this going to play out? You know? TikTok says that they're looking forward to 10th. That's exciting.
Here's the thing. 10th looks good. I am cautiously optimistic. The thing that hasn't leaked yet is the index with all the point values. And so There's
so all
some
the
cool
rules changes without any of reference for the
yeah,
index.
and that's the thing. And there's a couple of key elements in the 10th edition rules that have not leaked yet, specifically around dedicated transports and flyers. Also, we don't have a lot of information on the way combat patrol versions are going to be different than standard 1,000, 1,500, or 2,000 point games. Do you get FOMO?
No.
No. We talked about this a little bit in the pre-show.
So I can relate to the like concert and event FOMO because that's like experiences are very much some of my favorite things to invest in. But if it comes to a particular item, I don't get FOMO. I am really strangely stubborn about it. If somebody is like, you only have limited quantities of this, oh my God, I'm like, okay, then I don't want it. Like, I don't have any competitiveness in me to try and get something like that. Like, when this
What about at cons? Because I've been with you to a couple of cons.
It depends.
And I think that's the only time I've seen you get something close to FOMO.
It really depends.
Where you're like, I will never see this booth. I may never see this booth again.
Right. Well,
and this is really cool, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a hold of it.
And that's why I like business cards. However, I will say,
yes.
If it's something that I can, if it's like me speaking to an artist or a creator, right? Like I purchased a ring at ECCC, and it was one of the only times that I would be able to pre-order and get my ring professionally sized by the creator of this ring set, like this ring set.
That's almost experiential, though.
It was experiential. And not only that, but now I have a really cool ring that I get to wear that fits my aesthetic, and I very much appreciate it. Like, it was sized for me. It's bespoke, right?
Right.
So if it comes to something like that, yes, I will have FOMO, but it is also something that I know I could have gone back
and gotten later.
Because I got this person's information. I have them on social media. I already have connected with them, and I already got to connect with them in person, which ameliorated that FOMO anyways, because I knew that there wasn't a limited run on these things. So it was more so whether or not I was able to responsibly make a fiscal decision on that. I will get excited about items.
Sure.
And inevitably, there will be times where I'll be like, oh man, I wish I didn't get that, But at the same time, there will always be a new thing that takes that excitement anyways. Yeah. So I don't necessarily cave to that peer pressure, so to speak.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there.
Like, I'm just like, meh.
You fully come down on the idea that 10th edition, the launch rush should just be print to order. Yeah. Don't worry about the FOMO. Like,
if you're trying,
let people have the stuff.
Yeah, especially if you are making a game and trying to cultivate a community and continue to cultivate the community that you already have that exists. Why would you make it difficult for them to get your product?
I understand from a marketing perspective what they're thinking. It's that air of exclusivity, the thing of only so many people have
only
this.
Playing the Warhammer game.
Yeah, no, but
here's the thing: the more people that I experience, especially in this game store, I have seen people go from Warhammer, who have had like thousands of points in Warhammer armies, right? They will go to a different avenue of gaming if they just kind of get fed up with the game. And then if they see something in Warhammer that they want to do, they'll come back, maybe, or they'll try out a different faucet, like Kill Team, or Bolt Action, or Malifaux, or that's the thing, is Warhammer isn't the only miniature game out there for tabletop.
That is true.
I think that is one of the reasons why, and especially because they've been running for so long, right, that they should be more cognizant of how they are treating the community that are using their products.
That's, I think, the thing. And I think the thing that drives me a little bonkers about this, and I think you hit it right on the nose, and it's not just GW, But
Magic.
we all know that there's 3 or 4 companies that are basically the big gorillas in the gaming industry, specifically in tabletop, right? And I think that there are times, and I think the community maybe doesn't express this the best way, but I think it's true, which is I think that they take for granted their positions within the tabletop gaming industry, and the fact that they are the 4 or 5 big gorillas in the room, and they feel like it's never going to go away. And
they assume that once somebody is in that ecosystem, that they will never leave.
Never leave. And I think that that's what them not fixing the scalping problem. That's them not really making any effort to fix a few of these things. Right. Really shows is they're like, we just. And it's the same thing with Aftermath Epilogue. It's the same thing with Dungeons & Dragons. It's the same thing with 40K, which is who's going to beat us? And so they don't make that effort. I think eventually that's going to come back and bite them.
One, it is, and please know that this is not a shot at anybody, but it does translate a little bit as arrogance, for one.
Oh, for sure.
2, it also translates as severely underestimating any of their other competitors, period. Because, and we saw this with when WotC was messing around with D&D, right, in the OGL, the amount of people that came in and went, I want a tabletop RPG.
That's not
anything other than D&D.
It's the only time we've seen it.
And it was really impressive to see just droves of people pivot so fast and go, just give me anything that's not the dragon game.
And I'm really, really hoping that sticks a little bit. Time will tell on that. Anyway, producer Pete's telling us to move on.
To wrap.
So what do you guys think? Should GW be making a more distinct effort to fix these supply chain problems that they've had?
Yes.
Does the Kill Team launch this weekend show that the 10th edition launch is going to be a dumpster fire? Because this one, again, with the leaks and everything else, it's not going well for them. So
foreshadow.
Let us know what you all think.
Hey nerds, thanks for watching. Visit gamersheavenpnw.com for our merch store, which you can get cool shirts like this and rep some of my awesome art. Also, like and subscribe for more content so we can make more videos for you.